Hello students. In the last recorded video I have explained you the arithmetic mean, how to calculate arithmetic mean when it is raw data and tabulated data. Raw data is a single data given. When it is a raw data, the formula to calculate arithmetic mean is equal to summation or total of x divided by small letter n. When it is tabulated data, tabulated refers to two datas are given, like number of workers and number of houses, number of students and number of benches. So two information if it is given, we call it as tabulated data. Under tabulated we have discrete and continuous. Discrete refers to if one data, the first data is a single number, only the numbers are given in a single, then we call it as a raw data, discrete data. Continuous refers to when x or the first data is of two numbers like 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, then we call it as continuous data. In the last recorded video, I have explained you how to calculate raw data and tabulated data, that is discrete data. Today I am going to explain you arithmetic mean of continuous data. Now how you will come to know it is a continuous data? When the x value, or if two information are given, we call it as tabulated. And when we call it as continuous, when the x data has two values, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, like two values are given as a one x data, then we call it as continuous data. So today the first problem under continuous data is as follows. I'll read the question here. The marks scored by the student of a class in an examination is distributed as follows. Find the mean marks. Mean refers to arithmetic mean. You see the marks here: 80 to 100, 100 to 120, 120 to 140, 140 to 160, 160 to 180. Okay, students, now these two information they have given. When the two information is given, it is a tabulated data. Okay, raw and tabulated we have two. So when it is single data, we call it as a raw. When it is two data, we call it as tabulated data. So here it is a tabulated data. Okay, so once you know it is a tabulated data, you see it is a continuous data. Under tabulated we have two, that is discrete and continuous. Discrete means the first value will be of only one number, like 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, like that. Continuous means x value is of two numbers, 80 to 100, 100 to 120, 120 to 140, 140 to 160, 160 to 180. So two numbers are given, then we call it as a continuous data. So this is a continuous data. Okay, so now we have to draw here four columns. Okay, the heading of the columns are class interval, that is marks, we call it as class interval. Student is frequency. Mid value, that is a middlemost value here. Fx, that is frequency into mid value. Multiply, you will get the values. Okay, now x class interval, write whatever given in the problem as it is, you write down 80 to 100, 100 to 120, 120 to 140, 140 to 160, 160 to 180. Students is called as frequency. The second data we call it as frequency, that is refers to f. Okay, so whatever given number you write down, 8, 22, 26, 14, 10. Then you total this number, total of all these together, we call it as capital N. Name it as capital N is equal to 80. If you total all this, you will get 80. Okay, now next third heading is mid value. When we have a continuous data, we have to find out the mid value. Now how to calculate the mid value is 80 plus 100 divided by 2, you will get 90. I'll repeat again, 80 plus 100 divided by 2, you will get 90. Here 100 plus 120 divided by 2, you will get 110. 120 plus 140 divided by 2, you will get 130. 140 plus 160 divided by 2, you will get 150. 160 plus 180 divided by 2, you will get 170. The middle value we have to find out. That is, add these two values, divided by 2, you will get the values. Fx is multiplying the frequency and midpoint. 90 into 8, 720. 22 into 110, 2420. 26 into 130, 3380. 14 into 150, 2100. 10 into 170, 1700. Okay, then now you have to total all those columns. Last column, you will get 10,320. Okay. After that, we know the formula to calculate arithmetic mean. That is, mean is equal to total of fx divided by capital N. So total of fx divided by capital N is equal to 10,320 divided by 80. You will get 129. So what is that? Marks. So it is 129 marks. This is a formula to calculate arithmetic mean, that is continuous and discrete data. Okay, midpoint you have to calculate, then multiply the frequency fx, then fx is the total of this value, n refers to 80, divided, you will get 129 marks. So this is how you have to calculate the arithmetic mean of a continuous data. Okay, now let us see the next problem. Okay, now this is also an arithmetic mean, but if you see the questions here, the numbers are given 100, 200 like that, but below 100 the another value is not given. If you see here, they have given 80 to 100, 100 to 120, but if you see this problem, they have given you below 100. Below means how much? It's not given. Below 200, how much? We don't know. So we call it as a open-ended class. This kind of problem we call it as open-ended class. See how to calculate the if such kind of problem comes. Open-ended class. Open-ended class are those in which the lower limit of the first or the upper limit of the last class or both are not specified, and such case in which one of the limit is missing. So open-ended means either the lower limit you don't know or the upper limit you don't know. Means the first number you don't know or the next number you don't know. Okay, then we call it as a open-ended class. Okay, when it is open-ended class, now how to calculate this, how to value what the value should be there here, how much value we should write here. Now how to calculate, I will tell you. See, this is a question now. Find the mean of the following data. Monthly rent below 100, below 200, below 300, below 400, below 500, below 600, below 700, below 800. Here number of houses 3, 8, 16, 26, 37, 50, 56, 50. These are the values given. Now how to convert this value into this like this? If you see the first problem, we didn't had any problem because they have given two values also, 80 to 100, 100 to 200. Okay, they have not given below or more like that. Okay, so when it is given like this, in this case, since the class interval is uniform, the appropriate assumption should be made would be that the lower limit of the first class is a 0. So what assumption we should make? That below 100, below 100 means we don't know. So what we can do is 0. We can assume it is 0. Below means it is 0 to 100. Okay, 0 to 100. Then next number will continue. Below 100, 100 means last number where it ends 100. So 100 to 200. So here below 300, below 300 means last when it ends 200. So 200 to 300, like that you can continue. So 0, and the upper limit of the last number is 800. Okay, the first class of this will be 0 to 100. So this will be 0 to 100. The last class will be how much? 800. Below 800 means your last number ends at 700. So 7 to 800. Okay, so we have to rewrite this value. When you get like this problem, below 100, below like that, below value if it is given, then we have to do like this. Then we have to solve in we have to find out what is the value we can write here. Okay, so let us see the solution. I have written 3 columns: monthly rent, midpoint, number of houses, FM. Okay, now, or FM, or we can write FX also. FX and FM is one and the same. Okay, FX and FM is one and the same. Now here, if you see the solution here, I have taken, the question is below 100. Below 100 means it comes at 0 to 100. Next is below 200. So it will be below 200 means last number ends at 200. So 100 to 200. Next to 200 to 300. 300 to 400. 400 to 500. 500 to 600. 600 to 700. 700 to 800. So here if you see the question here, you begin here, below means you begin with 0, 0 to 100. So next below 200 means last number ends at 100. So 100 to 200. Here 200 to 300. Here 300 to 4. See the last number 500. Here we put 500 to 600. 600 to 700. 700 to 800. So like that it is written here. Okay. Then immediately you find out the midpoint. When it is continuous, we have to find out the midpoint. Midpoint is 0 plus 100 divided by 2. We will get 50. Okay, 100 plus 200 divided by 2, 150. 200 plus 300 divided by 2, you will get 250. Like that. Both the number you have to add and divide by 2, you will get a 350. 400 to 500 divided by 2, 450. 500 to 600 divided by 2, 550. 600 plus 700 divided by 2, 650. 700 plus 800 divided by 2, 750. Okay, so you will get the midpoint here. After getting the midpoint, number of houses. See, number of houses are given here, 2 data. So number of houses are given. When it is below this, below like that, it is, if the below word is used in the problem, in that case you have to change the frequency also, like it is cumulative. What we have to do is first number. What is the first number? 3. So when it is below, the first number you have to write as it is 3. So in the solution also I have written a 3. Next, from the downwards you have to deduct. Like when you came to the second line, 8 is given. You have to deduct from 8 the previous number, that is 3. 8 minus 3. So I have written here 8 minus 3, it is 5. Okay. So next, if you go to the question, third number is 16. 16, deduct the previous number of this. The previous number is 8. So 16 minus 8, you will get 8. Okay. Next, 26. 26 minus the previous number 16. 26 minus 16, 10. So I have written here 10. Like that. Next we will go 37. 37 minus the previous number 26. You will get 11. Okay. Next, if you go to the question, 50 minus 37, you will get 13. Okay. So I have written here 13. Next, 56 minus 50, you will get 6. Next, 60 minus 56, you will get 4. Okay, like that you have to deduct and write first number as it is. Then you from that line number, deduct the previous number, you will get the values. After that you add here all the values, 3, 5, 10, 11, 13, 6, 4. You add all those things, you will get n value, that is 60. Okay, so this value is called as f value. F value is given. So f into m andre that is 3 into 50. 3 into 50 is 150. 5 into 150, 750. 8 into 250, 2000. 10 into 350, 3500. 450 into 11, 4950. 550 into 13, 7150. 650 into 6, 3900. 750 into 4, 3000. Okay, so like that these two numbers you have to multiply. After multiplying you will get fx or fm. Multiply, then you will get the if you go on adding all these value, if you go on adding all these value, you will get 25,400. Add all the values, 25,400. Now x mean, the formula is x mean is equal to total of fx divided by n. It can be fm also. Okay, so total of fx divided by n, you will get 25,400. 25,400 is a value, divided by 60, that is this value is 60. So divide, you will get 4,023.33 rupees. So that is a answer. Okay, so this is below. When it is below, what how to calculate. Okay, this first problem is of continuous data, no problem, all the values are given, find out midpoint and fx. Next, if it is below word is used, then how to calculate the values. Next we will see if more than is given, more than. In the last problem it was below, in here we will see more than. Find out the mean number of houses. Okay, more than. Now more than 0, more than 100, more than 200, like that it is given, the number of houses are given. When it is more than is given, it is called as open-ended. More than means 0. More than means still how much value? You don't know. So in that case, more than means you start with 0. 0. More than means still, see the last next number, more than 100. So it means it starts at 100. So first number will be 0 to 100. Okay, 0 to 100. Okay, here more than 0 means you start with 0. Next, more than how much you don't know. So you see the next line, more than 100 means it starts with 100, then how much they don't know. So we can say 0 to 100 is a first value. Okay, next more than 100, it means it starts with 100. 100 to till how much? Next number you see 200. So 100 to 200. Next you come 300. 300, it means it starts with 300. 300 to how much? 400. Then here 400 to 500. Here 500 to 600. Then 600 to 700. 700 to 800. Okay, so 800 to you don't know because you don't have the next number. So you have to stop here. 700 to 800. I'll repeat once again. When it is more than, you start with a 0. So 0 you write here. Next, how much you don't know. So you see the next line where it ends, 100. So you start 0 to 100. So here you again next number you write here, next line 100. 100 is starter. Then where it ends you see the next number 200. So 100 to 200. Here when you come third line 200. So 200 to till where? Next number 300. 300 to where? 400. 400 to where? 500. 500 to where? 600. 600 to where? 700. 700 to where? 800. 800 to where? You don't know. So you have to stop here. 800 you have to stop here. Okay, so you will get the values here. Then find out the midpoint of these values. So midpoint, you know, 0 plus 100 divided by 2, you will get 50. 100 plus 200 divided by 2, 150. 200 plus 300 divided by 2, 250. 300 plus 400 divided by 2, 350. 400 plus 500 divided by 2, 450. 500 plus 600 divided by 2, 550. 600 plus 700 divided by 2, 650. 700 plus 800 divided by 2, 750. Okay, so you will get the midpoint. Next, a number of houses also. The value you have to write. So it ends in the 700. 800 it will not go because 800 to where you don't know. So you ends here only 700. You see 700 to 800. So here what is the value first? here more than you have to begin with the last digit. In the below you have to begin with the first digit. Here more than, if it is given, you have to begin with the last digit. So 700 last digit, or 700 to 800, what is the last digit? 4. So you write the value 4. Okay, or you can begin with the beginning also. If you say beginning, what is the value here? 60. Okay, 60, you have to deduct the down number. Okay, 60 minus 57, you will get how much? 3. If you go to 57, 57 minus 52, you will get 5. 52 minus 44, you will get 8. 44 minus 34, you will get 10. Okay, next 23 minus 10, you will get 13. Okay, 10 minus 4, you will get 6. 4 minus 0, you will get 4. Okay, so like that it continues. So when it is more than, the first number itself you have to begin with deducting the next number. 60 minus 57, write the number here. 57 minus 52, write the number here. Downwards number you have to deduct and write. So you will get this value. Then total you will get 60. You will get 60 here. Okay, next FM is multiply these two value. 50 into 153, 150. 150 into 5, like that. These two numbers you have to add, multiply and write. You will get this. Then add this all, you will get 25,400. Then mean. What is how to calculate mean? FM or fx divided by n, that is total 25,400 divided by 60, you will get 423.33. Okay, so this is how you have to calculate. You go through the problem of below and more than. So below, how to calculate when it is given below, how to write the frequency. Then if it is more than, how to write the frequency and how to write the number of values. Okay, go through the problem. Any doubts you can clarify with me personally, and any of the in any of the concept in the last this also I have sent you a question to solve and send me. Nobody has sent me now. Hope you are going through this video and following the video. You will be having the exams also, internal exams. Don't think it will not be there, will not repeat it again. No, repetition will not be there. You have to go again and again the video and watch the video, understand it. If it is any doubts, you can clarify. We are explaining you again and again each and every numbers from where it has come. We are explaining you in a detail. Repeatedly we are I have explained you. Still you, if you don't take serious, you will be suffering at the end. So make it serious point to note down the questions and solve the problems by your own. Any doubts you can clarify immediately. Thank you.